Hi everyone. I'm here to introduce Patrick and a little bit of tips about what he's all about. While working as an English professor in Burundi, his native country, he attracted national attention by becoming the youngest basketball coach to win 15 trophies in 7 years. Bizindayvi went on to become a journalist. Host on radio Bonesha FM, his trademark show Mercredi Tempo had the highest rating from 1999 to 2002. After moving to Toronto in 2002, Bizindayvi has become one of the most recognized figures in the Francophone community as a host on radio 105.4 CHOQ FM, the only Francophone radio in the GTA, and also a master of ceremony for events during Black History, the Francophone version. For the last 3 years, Bizindayvi has been involved as a speaker in the United Way campaign in Toronto. His blog, Journeyman Stories, is due to be published in book form in the coming year. So today what you will be learning from Patrick is the power of vision, the mastermind advantage, my goal achiever success team. So without further ado, I present to you Patrick.
It's like they're presenting a celebrity, you know, and we are live on CNN. It's good. Thanks for coming. My name is Patrick, as they mentioned, and I'll be entertaining you for the next half an hour or so. And I'm the president of Goal Achievers Canada, the team of people that put together this event, and it's glad to be here with all of you. I have a question for you. Who here has been in a long-distance relationship? Oh yeah, good stuff. I have a PhD in long-distance relationship. For the 9 years, I have 3 of them for the last 9 years, and 2 of them didn't work out. But the last one, I learned my lesson the first 2, and the last one, you know, we started just chatting here and there. And last year, in November, I think, she's in Africa. And last year, in November, she sent this email, and she said, this long-distance relationship is killing me. And I was like, ah. Then, you know, the past few 2 that didn't work out came into my mind again. And I was like, man, I have to make this work. And we had agreed to get married in August of 2011. And it was in November last year. I was like, oh man. She said, August is too far. I have to see you. And I was like, oh, okay. I said to her, I'm going to come in May 2011. And why May? Because I was thinking, April, you know, tax return, a little bit of money here and there. I can afford a ticket. And she was so excited. And at that time, I was having a meeting with my business partner, Paul. And we were just having a meeting about Goal Achievers and what we want to do in the future. And I mentioned to him that I'll be going in May to see my girlfriend. And Paul was like, why May? Why wait for May? How about going for Christmas? And we were on December 10th. And he said, why not going for Christmas? And Christmas was like 15 days away. I was like, man, you're crazy. there's no way this can happen. There's no way this can happen. Even May was like, okay. And then Paul left. I stayed home and I received a call from a lady. Her name is Cecilia. And at that time I was coaching her. She called me and she said, Patrick, thank you so much. Thank you for coaching me. I just want you to know that thanks to your coaching, this coming year, I'll be getting $500,000 in my business. Oh, okay. I was excited because, you know, I can coach somebody to make $500,000. That's good stuff. And then I was mad. How can I coach somebody to make $500,000? I don't have $500,000 myself. I'm struggling to get a ticket to go to Africa, and she made $500,000. And I said to myself, why not use what I'm using to coach people to coach myself and have this trip? I decided, you know what? I'm going to Africa at Christmas. 10 days from now, I'm going to Africa. So the first thing I did, this is something I learned from a book called Think and Grow Rich. It's, first of all, burn your bridges behind. Be in a situation where you have your back against the wall, you have to move. So what I did, I pick up the phone. You remember the story, I shared the story with you. I pick up the phone and I call my girlfriend at that time. I say, hey, I'm coming for Christmas. She was like, oh my God, she was excited. And after the phone call, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do that? Because we just to remind you, Paul and I, we just bought a business and we used all the money that we had. So my bank account was almost zero. And I said, hey, I'm coming for Christmas. And she was so excited. She told family and friends. And I said, okay, I want to go for Christmas. I don't have all the money. What can I do right now? Just to, use my own coaching. And I said, you know what? Maybe I can ask for time off at my workplace. At that time, I was working at it's called Francophone Center. I said, hey, it doesn't cost money to take some time off. I went to my supervisor and said, hey, I would like to take 10 days for Christmas. I would like to go to see my girlfriend in Africa. She said, no problem. She signed for the 10 days. And she said, I know you want to get married in August. And you're going to Africa right now, and then you go again next year. That's expensive. How about getting married now? And I said, you are out of your mind. That's the trip to Africa itself is crazy enough. Now you're adding marriage again. She said, think twice. Your wife is in Africa. You can get married right now. You come back in January. You're going to sponsor her. And then it's going to take, let's say, 8 months. Then when you go back for the big wedding, hey, she can come back with you. It made sense. I was like, yeah, let me call her. Pick up the phone, call my girlfriend and say, hey, some good news. Do you want to get married? Like right now? She said, sure. Okay, how about your family? Is the family okay? She said, no problem. Then there was a trip, and then there was a wedding. And all of that cost money. Okay, I got my time off. I said, okay, what's next? Maybe, I'm going to Rwanda. My girlfriend is from Rwanda. It's a country north to Burundi where I'm from. Maybe I should see, if there's a friend who can find me a place to stay for those 10 days. Doesn't cost money. Oh, I have a friend in Montreal. My best friend is in Montreal and he's from Rwanda. Pick up the phone, call my best friend, and say, hey, I'm going to Rwanda. I may even get married. Say, oh man, that's good stuff. So do you have a place I can stay? I said, oh, my sister's there. No problem, stay there for 10 days. I got day off, so I got a place to stay. And I was like, okay, what's the next step? Maybe I have a Canadian passport, maybe going to Rwanda requires a visa. Okay, let me go online and research how the visa works. I went online, and there's a website and an email, and boom, I got the visa. Now I got day offs, I got a place to stay, I have a visa now. Now it's like, okay, it's time for buying a ticket. Oh man, who do I know who can just even tell me how much it costs? I have a friend in Mississauga, his name is Pacific, and I called him up. He's from Rwanda. Hey, I'm now your brother-in-law. I'm going to Rwanda to get married. He's like, really? Oh, I'm going to Rwanda too. Really? You're going to Rwanda? Yeah, a friend of mine has this company, so we bought a ticket as a group. Then we got a discount. hey, can you include me in the group? I said, no problem. Boom, I got my ticket. Now I got day off, I got a visa, I got a place to stay, and I got a ticket. Now the time is to get a little bit of money because I'm getting married. I said, okay, how much does it cost for 10 days just to stay and, you know, I said, oh, maybe $1,000. $1,000 will do. Okay, let me find $1,000. How can I find $1,000? Then I thought, if I have some good friends, 5 good friends, each one donating $200, that's $1,000. That's $1,000. Hey, I pick up the phone. The first friend I called, she's in Calgary. Hey, guess what? I'm getting married. Really? Yeah. So and she said, oh, you're gonna need money, right? I said, hey, yeah, of course. You know, weddings are a little bit expensive. I said, don't worry, I'm sending you $700. Boom. I was at 300 away from my goal of 1,000. And she said, oh, expect a package tomorrow with FedEx. Tomorrow at 12:30. Okay. The next day, I got a package from FedEx with the rings, the shoes for my wife, like everything I need for the wedding. And she picks up the phone and calls me. She said, my aunt has a business. She has everything you need for a wedding. Everything has been paid for. All you need to do, just go and pick up the dress for your wife. And on top of that, she gave me $700. Good stuff. So I called 2 other friends, and then guess what? On December 20th, I flew to Rwanda. Like 10 days. I made it happen in 10 days. So I got there, I saw my future wife and family. So, and a friend of mine, you know, because I went to Rwanda, but the wedding was happening in Burundi, which is my country. So we went there, and a friend of mine got a place in a nice hotel, and I stayed there for 3 days. And the day of the December 27th, the day of the wedding, I met the owner of the hotel. And it happened that he's a close friend of our family. I said, hey, it's Patrick. Patrick? The last time he saw me I was just a little boy. Hey, Patrick, remember? And I mentioned the name of my mother. He said, oh my God, you're a man right now? I said, yeah, I'm getting married today. He said, congratulations, that's good stuff. So, you know, I went out and got